dialed in to Box and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these
because
stuff.
they know the brews.
And they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
And save yourself some beer money.
Bucks
And brews.
Bucks and
Bucks and brews.
brews.
Bucks and Brews.
Welcome back to Bucks and Brews. We're going to have a special guest here for a quick second.
For a
Just
quick
come
second.
say hi.
Oh man.
So,
Hi.
as some people may know, we have a theme song, and this is the one of the authors and singers of the theme song. This is-
Producer, creator, the man.
All right.
Do,
Okay, I'm gonna.
do you want
What,
to say something here?
no.
No, you got to wait.
We have questions for you now, and you have to answer them.
Yes.
No.
Number one, how do you guys come up with such awesomeness?
I was born with it.
I was born with. That's it. Number two, my easy question. The name of my beer, since we talk about this, is
Yes,
called
sir.
Sour Me Unicorn Farts from Dew Claw Brewing. Glittered sour ale brewed with fruity cereal and edible glitter. What do you think of that?
You totally said farts.
It literally says farts.
I want one.
You can have have this half of the can.
A butt, dude.
So,
It's a little bit of nick in there.
I don't see as much glitter as I could have thought, but
so
You know what? I'm gonna return that.
I have to know.
Yes. To me, or can I go?
No, to you.
Hmm.
So, I know your real name.
Nuh-uh.
Which one is MC Guide?
He's not here.
He's not here.
He's on his
he's
way.
not
So
here.
MC Guide is not here.
All right. Well, when he gets here,
We're
come back up.
filming
We'll do
our
it twice.
Ever.
First ever.
Video.
So because I
Song,
suck,
rap.
I cannot remember your name.
Slide, bass, Bobby.
That's
That
right.
was not true. That was a
Is
scratch.
it really with a?
No, that's just slide bass, Bobby.
All
Am I
right.
supposed to? Can she see us?
She can
No,
see you.
she
She
can't
can
see
hear
anything.
you.
Oh.
Oh, let's say we are.
So, all right.
Say
See you, brother.
thanks again.
So, anyways, back
You
to
rock.
the show.
Later.
He doesn't want my my glitter farts.
Can I taste?
Of course,
All right.
that's yours. Tear it up.
That is sour.
That is great.
Oof.
Ooh.
That is sour. So, Nick has already mentioned one beer. What else you got tonight, Nick?
What else do I have? I have a purple haze raspberry lager from Abita Brewing. So I'm kind of excited
Reminds me of the Jimi Hendrix experience.
It does. And then I have a Mod Earn tart, so another tart from Upland Brewing. That's part of their tart series. If I get done with that, we'll talk about those beers later.
Mike is going to be sad he missed all the sour fun.
Yeah.
So,
What do you got?
I have, again, from my wife, because she hated it, the Blake's Hard Cider Peach Party, which is peach and blackberry. I like this. I think this
Here, this tastes like crap. You can try it.
Yeah, basically,
Sounds like
that's
my
what it
wife.
was. I, again, have an Eyinger Celebrator Double Bock. Finest
Ooh.
Bavarian Double Bock from Eyinger
That
Brewery.
was really good.
It is really good. And then I have a Southern Tier Nitro Creme Brulee Imperial Milk Stout, because we know how I love milk stouts.
Creme brulees are great.
We are joined tonight by Vanessa, who has joined us many, many times. Vanessa, what you drinking? I bet I can guess.
My trusty Coke in a can koozie that my father-in-law bought me at the Coca-Cola store in Disney Springs.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Let's say, well, thanks again for joining us. We appreciate you coming on, especially with the questions that you have.
Hey, we're probably going to bounce around a lot tonight because there are certain things I want to know. To let people know, we're going to talk about grocery budgeting. Vanessa thought this would be an important thing to bring up since, you know, everything's going up in price since we have record high inflation over the last 40 years and record high corporate profits over the last 50 years. So we're going to touch on some ways to save some money on your grocery budget. I want to know how you're doing with your debt, because of course we have to ask that. Oh, you got big eyes there. Nick's going to be pissed.
I'll say I'm holding my own.
I mean, that's a thing. And who knows? We might get into some other stuff. We do have some people on the Twitch stream, so hopefully, if they got some questions, they'll shoot us something in the chat here, and we can answer questions. And other than that, Nick, it's only been a week.
Dude, it's less than a week technically.
It technically is.
Yeah, we're doing pretty well.
We are. We're getting back on schedule now that softball's almost over.
Yeah, I say. Again, Adam from last week, what a great episode. If you haven't had a chance to listen to that, go back and listen to that.
I'm really bummed that I wasn't able to, because it was on student loans, but last week was soccer practice and the band concert for Jake, and I couldn't do it.
The student loans was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks, yeah.
Oh, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. No.
Last week was real world side hustles.
Yep. And say Canopy tent rentals.
Yeah. Both of our wives hate the fact that we watch his TikToks and go, "Oh, can we make that business now?"
Yeah.
Right.
I ran into a guy because I went to a birthday party this weekend. There's canopies up or tents up and all that. And I was like,
"Did you ask him where he rented it from?"
No, I was like, hey, he owns the business. And I was like, "Oh, so how long you been in? What do you do?" I was like, we just talked to a guy. I was like, and his has, like 7 poles on the side. And he's like, all right, there's these ones that the middle holds up everything. And this you have to hold, it holds up the structure plus to the ground. And he's just describing stuff. And I was like, and he's talking about, because I was like, so you bought the extra tools to like put them in, take them out? And he goes, yeah, you should always do that. And it was great. It's just kind of the whole conversation to have some knowledge of what I was talking about. He's like, oh, you really you have some interest. And I was like, yeah.
Well, I mean, we went 2+ hours
at least
last week. And I was so excited about that episode. I literally got it up the next day.
Yeah. No, that was a good one.
I'll have to listen to that one tomorrow.
We had a blast. He has a very popular TikTok channel. He's on YouTube.
Yep.
He started his YouTube talking about, renting tents, and then his TikTok, he started talking about side hustles, but he got so excited and his videos were so popular that he basically blew his wad in like a month. And now he's looking for more shit to talk about because he's out of side hustles.
Yeah. Let's say. So he's always trying to find the next person.
I thought we got one of the greatest compliments ever from him at the end of the episode.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, he basically told us that this was unlike any interview he's ever had, because not only were we interested in what he had to say and engaging, but we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I see, which is good, right? Like, we love compliments like that. We don't want to be the generic podcast that everybody just quickly skims through, right? I mean,
if it's any consolation, Jake tonight, I said, hey, bud, I'm going to be doing a podcast with my friend David. And he goes, you mean friends? And I was like, yeah, because Nick is there. And he goes, you mean Bucks and Brews? And I was like, hey, so my 11-year-old knows who you are.
My 6-year-old, right? She's like, Dad, can I hand out these Pops and Penny stickers? And I was like, I don't care, kid. Like, have fun with it, right? Like, get this into kids' hands. And they'll find Bucks and Brews, and
right.
Some people we understand that we'll lose some people off that, but like we came with Pops and Pennies because we know, right, this is geared towards kids. We watch what we say, we make sure we're respectful in this, and we make it very quick, right?
That reminds me, we did a Pops and Pennies last week that I have not gotten up yet.
Right.
I was so excited about the last episode.
No, that was a good episode too. I really enjoyed that little one.
We had some fun with that.
So, all right, normally we ask the questions, but you have questions.
Well, I don't even know if she has questions, but
I know a question.
I know Vanessa does a lot of different things to save money on groceries.
Yeah.
As do we. So since she brought this up, you raised your hand. What do you got?
Well, there's just so many things out there. I gotta tell you though too. We just picked up a half a cow and a half a pig from family friends of ours. They each own a farm, so that's how we save with our meat, is we buy in bulk.
What do you pay a pound?
Well, I figured that out for you guys. Let me get to it. So for the half cow, it was approximately 338 pounds hanging weight.
Can you describe
And-
what that means to people that don't understand what hanging weight might mean?
So hanging weight is they kill the animal, they, you know, clean all the insides out, and they take the skins off and they literally hang it. So it's literally just bones.
So what you
and
would see in
meat.
Rocky, the actual
Yes, that's hanging
food-
weight.
The food that you
Yes.
so you're not getting charged for the hooves, you're not getting charged for the
No.
non-edible parts.
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, you're getting charged for bones because it's the hanging weight, and
Yeah,
some
but
of
there's
the
bones and ribs, there's bones and rib
Yeah.
eyes, there's some bone in T-bone. I mean, there's bones in
Yeah.
some steaks type of thing. So
Yep. So that was we paid the farmer $1,014.
sure. And
And you froze. So we'll wait for Vanessa to
And
get
then
back since
we
she
paid the
froze.
butcher $1,300. Huh?
sorry, you
Oh.
You
froze
froze
for
on us for a second
so
there.
you paid
Oh, sorry.
$1,130
$1,380
Okay.
for the butcher.
Oh no, for the butcher it's $286
Oh, okay. So
for the
13
butcher.
1,300.
So
for the
total was
meat.
1,300.
Okay.
So it works out to $3.85 a pound.
Wow, which is really good.
That's
And
really good.
for beef right now, that's really good. But that includes our ground beef. That includes T-bones. That includes roast. It includes tenderloin, ribs, short ribs, all of that. Regardless of what it is, that's the price.
Oh, that's we were out to dinner real quick. My daughter had a gymnastics thing, and my brother goes, "Hey, do you see Myers got packages of ground beef, $1.99 a pound? Gotta go get it." And I was like, "Man, I do have to go get some ground beef now. Like $1.99, you can't pass it up."
I won't buy that.
Yeah. Right now,
Too much fat
ground
in
beef
that.
is on sale because it's
80-20?
Memorial Weekend.
Yep. Well, it's so we're talking about tips and
Yep.
and tricks. So here's the fun thing, and I love being right sometimes with my wife. There's other times I never want to be right.
Yeah.
But Memorial Day comes around. Excuse me. I always go out and buy hot dogs, right? Because you get them 5 for $5 for like ballparks almost every Memorial Day. And I pick up like 10 packs. She's like, "We don't need that money." We
Yeah,
don't need-
you do.
Yep. I mean, look,
Yeah.
you say every time we say it on this episode all the time. Every time we come over, which is once, twice a week, we do hot dogs during the summer. And 1-2 packs, depending on how many people are there. So we're having hot dogs last week. Guess what we don't have in the freezer?
Hot dogs.
Yeah. She's like, "I heard you going to the store and get hot dogs." And I was like, "Ha. Told you."
So can I ask a tangent question
Yeah.
here? Are you going to be around the weekend going into the 4th?
Maybe.
If you're around, I got people coming up. We might come see you.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
So
We got to get the pool open first.
yeah.
We're struggling.
So I'm at practice today, and some of these kids
Yeah.
make me so proud.
They eat hot dogs.
One of them starts talking about how much she loves hot dogs, my catcher, and I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
Oh,
I totally love this.
I can't do hot dogs.
Oh my god, we
Mm.
love hot
I
dogs.
can't. I cannot do squishy meat. And it goes back to my childhood, actually. I'll tell you guys a story. And I don't, if you guys can handle it. So my dad was a truck driver for many, many years. And when we were young, one day he called my mom from the road and he said he had a load of chicken bones. Whole trailer full of chicken bones. And he said to my mom, "Well, where do you think I'm going?" And she said, "I don't know, the dog food factory." And he said, "Nope, heading to ballpark."
There you go.
And since then, I mean, I must have been 6 or 7. I just cannot do squishy meat. Like I can't do hot dogs. I can't do like salami or like bologna lunch meat. I cannot do it. I cannot do it.
Bring bologna and vinegar,
Oof.
pickled bologna, salami, pepperoni.
I can't even do pre-made frozen meatballs because they're just so. Oh, I can't do it.
It's too bad.
So anybody that doesn't know, Nick and I are going on a cruise together in October,
Yeah.
and I know food wise what I'm looking forward to. Fucking hot dogs.
So I'm looking forward to a good steak and some hot dogs. David comes back and he's just bragging about how good these hot dogs are. And I'm
We're gonna do an
Alright.
episode right next to the hot dogs.
yeah.
Just so anytime we're hungry, we can go grab a hot dog while they bring us a drink.
I would rather go hungry. I seriously, I just cannot get past the texture.
Hot dogs are the only reason I'm not a vegetarian.
I could see that. I mean,
Now
as I said,
see,
I was vegan for a long time, and like cheese and hot dogs were the reason that I was like, yeah, I just can't
Like-
do this anymore.
I like steak and I like hamburger, but I could do without it.
Burger to me is just not good. Like after I mean, I'll eat them now because I'm back to knowing what crap meat tastes like. But
Yeah.
like when I had my first hamburger, brown beef is just disgusting. Like,
See, and I will only eat a really high cut with a really low fat content.
Mhm.
so-
95.5, 96.4.
but you don't eat turkey burger, do you?
I hate turkey burger.
I see, like I eat turkey burger mixed up in like my goulash, my spaghetti, all that. Like, but if it's a burger, I won't eat turkey burger. But like,
Yeah,
Just-
I've tried. I do
Yeah,
not
I
like it.
can't eat turkey burgers.
oh,
Yeah.
Gross.
But see, in my house, David, like my husband loves vegetables. Like, don't get me wrong, he loves his vegetables. But in my house, to have a meatless meal, it'd be cause for divorce here. Like, we have meat, like every meal. Like, I could not have a
Yeah.
meatless Monday in this house. It
That's
just,
not
wouldn't
us.
happen.
There have been times that Don will be like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I could go for like some green beans and some corn and some carrots, and that's it."
shepherd's pie minus the meat.
Yeah, basically,
Yeah, I could do that too.
totally fine with that.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, there's so many. There, so one of my favorite like things to eat is a bunch of mixed vegetables with tofu scramble, and then
Oh.
put it in a tortilla with. My wife makes a hot sauce, with like some vinegar and some mustard and some hot sauce, and I won't give away the whole recipe, but it's just absolutely amazing. Because my goal is to bottle that stuff someday. Nice, but yeah, I don't know. It's just a fantastic little meal. You know,
Yeah.
So
we'll eat noodles, and then we'll eat Chinese soups, right? Like egg drop or hot and sour.
Mike loves egg drop soup. That is his soup.
See, like when I make my husband a meal for work, I'll take like a pound of either hot sausage or like chorizo,
Yep.
and I'll just ground that up, and then just veggies with a little bit of potatoes or like a pasta of some sort, and he'll eat on that for whatever, but there's got to be the meat in it.
It's like, I mean, when you think about, like, you talk about pastas, I mean, I don't know, I grew up poor, so we didn't have meat in our spaghetti for when
yeah.
it was the poor times, it was just pasta sauce and spaghetti noodles, macaroni and tomato juice, Alfredo with fettuccine noodles, right? Because I mean, noodles, there still are, they're $1 a box,
cheap.
right? Like,
Hmm.
and you get a pound of it. So like, you don't need meat and all these things. Like, yeah, you say, hey, you have to, but like, you don't. You can find these types of meals that are out there, right? Yeah, okay, we talk about these
Right.
vegetables with tofu, and it's like, all right, I get that, but like, there's so many things that lasagna without the meat, because the amount of meat that's actually in lasagna, there's just none. It's like,
See, and that was another one of my things too. Like, when we make spaghetti, we only use a half a pound of burger or ground venison instead of a full pound because there is so much meat in it, and it you don't need that much. When Cheyenne was young, we had Hamburger Helper.
yeah,
You
For
know,
sure.
but to put a full pound of a burger in there was just too much. So a half pound, it cuts your meat prices in half.
yeah, unless you're getting it on sale for $1.99 a pound. Even at that, I mean, that's $1. That's
Now,
a
do you
dollar-
freeze it?
my burger?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you freeze it like in pounds, or do you just freeze the whole package?
Depending on how I buy it. Really, so I don't know how to arrogantly say this, since I've gotten a little bit more money, we don't freeze much meat at all. So like, we used to buy the frozen bags of chicken, and then
Yeah, I don't buy.
it was always seemed to be dry, and it always like no matter how much you thought it and stuff. So like, we just go buy fresh, and we live a mile from a family fair, a mile from a Meijer. If we're gonna go get that, we just get the fresh stuff and never freeze it. But there's times where I guess if I know like a birthday's coming up or something, we'll go buy those 5-pound packages of burger or
No,
whatever it is, and
yeah.
I'll freeze that whole thing.
No, see, we don't eat, like, I won't buy the frozen bags of chicken, like already frozen.
Yep.
I'll buy a family pack and freeze 2 breasts in one, and we have a food saver.
Yep.
So you just, use food saver, put it in the freezer, and I can pull those out, in a pinch, because my husband hates chicken.
Yeah.
Hates chicken.
So
So
like I'm not a chicken fan,
I like chicken.
but my wife has gotten better at making it moist and like to where I'll sit and eat a chicken breast.
Making it what?
Moist. Right.
So my husband was prior Navy.
Yeah.
So he said when you spend 6 months on a ship and 4 of the 5 meals have chicken in them, you learn to hate chicken.
Yeah.
So he doesn't eat much chicken.
Yeah.
The only time he'll eat chicken is if I'll have him grill chicken, and then I'll make like chicken and dumplings or
Covered in sauce.
chicken chili or something, yeah. So
No, and that's like I'm the same way. If I'm gonna do it, it's gonna be like that. Or like I like really cheap lunch meat.
You like
so-
really cheap a lot of things.
Yeah, so like my
Salisbury steak.
like my turkey and my chicken, if it's like really thinly, because you get the little watery to it, like otherwise, if you get that like thick cut, like it's just dry to me. I don't want that.
I like really thin.
Yeah.
Lunch meat.
Yep.
Really thin. So we're going on about things we like.
Yeah.
So Vanessa, I know you have a lot of tricks about saving
Mm-hmm.
money on your grocery bill. Give us some.
well, so Cheyenne and I was a single mom for 12 years. So I don't know if you guys know that. I mean, David might, before I met my husband. And there was when my husband and I first got married, there was some lean years. There was some long stories there, whole another episode. So you really need to know your weekly schedule, meal plan. Meal plan is really important. And I know this is weird, but clean your pantry. Having an organized, clean pantry, you know exactly what you have in there, exactly what, it's easy to meal plan when you can go, okay, I have this, what can I make with this? Or, and it also helps you when things are on sale to stock up on what you need when they're on sale and to use what you need. So that was, but the other thing, tougher cuts of meat are typically more or less expensive. So your tougher roasts, your tougher cuts of steak, those are really good if you put in a crock pot because it helps break that down. So, make a stir fry in a crock pot or just put a pot roast in, or we like to take a roast and chunk it up and have hot beef sandwiches.
The only way to eat roast. I actually cannot stand pot roast, but I will eat
Really?
I will eat a hot beef sandwich all day. Why? Because that gravy covers everything, baby.
I love pot roast, but I'll eat it as a sandwich. I'll eat it as a hot sandwich. Anyway,
Just not as a roast.
No, I'll eat it as a roast,
I can't
too.
do it. I
that and
I will.
ketchup, great.
Oh, see, that's how I grew up as a kid. So meatloaf and pot roast are my 2 least favorite meals.
My wife drives
See?
me nuts because she wants to make meatloaf every once in a while, and I'm the only one there that eats meat.
Yeah, that's what.
And how do you make a meatloaf for like 2 servings?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you can't.
I mean,
You can. I mean,
Good. Tell
What-
my wife how, because she can't.
so what we do is, so we're very picky eaters in this house. I mean, I'm the pickiest of all. I don't like a lot of veggies. I don't like a lot of things. Jacob is kind of in the middle. He'll eat more things. He'll try new things. My husband is on the other spectrum where he'll eat just about anything. There's very few veggies that he will not eat. So what I do for meatloaf is I will take 2 pounds of burger and I'll mix it up like I normally do. I'll take some out for me and Jake, and then I'll put all the other veggies and whatever hot sauce and whatever in his. But we make them in muffin tins. So you have these little individual meatloaf, and I'll freeze half of them. So the next time we want meatloaf, you just pull those babies out and you're good to go. Just reheat and go.
Mhm.
So Dawn could make these little meat, get the big muffin tins, the bigger ones that hold 6, a pound of burger with veggies and stuff in it. Make the 6, eat 1 or 2, freeze them. Just
No,
put them
she wants to
already
make
cooked.
it. She doesn't.
She wants to
She
make
doesn't want to eat it. She just wants to make
a
it.
meatloaf.
Yeah.
And every meal she makes, I remind her, listen, Caitlin moved out like 3 years ago now, and you make this shit and I got to eat it for like 6 days in a row. And I'm not built that way.
Right.
I don't want
half
to
of
eat the
it.
same meal for 6 days.
See, and I'm that guy that will eat it for 6 days.
No thanks.
Growing up, Cheyenne hated leftovers. Hated it. She wanted dinner every night. Like, she wanted me to cook something every night. And it was frustrating because there's food left over because it was just her and I. Jacob, you'll say, "Hey, bud, what do you want for dinner?" He'd be like, "Well, we got leftovers." And I said to Cheyenne, I was like, we're not supposed to have favorites, but he's like in the running right now.
So,
My wife will sit there and go, "Well, I have to make dinner tonight." And I'm like, "Why? You made it last night." "Well, because we need dinner." And I'm like, "Yeah, that shit's going to last a couple more days. So you can just not make dinner and I'll be perfectly fine with that."
I mean, that's what Jake does. Jake is still doing at-home learning. So even though he's through South Haven Public Schools, he does online. He has a teachers in Minnesota, but that's what he has for his lunches. I mean, I'm in my office working. He knows how to use the microwave, and that's what he has for lunch. He knows how to make his own peanut butter and jelly. When we're putting food away, we have these glass containers that we got from, I think, Costco, but I'll make one for my husband's lunch and I'll make one for Jake's lunch, and they go in the freezer, and hubby pulls one out for his lunch, and the next day Jake pops the lid up and sticks it in the microwave and he's good to go.
I say it all depends on what you like. I love chili leftovers.
Oh, I love chili.
Right. I mean,
I will eat that for 5 days.
Yeah, your chili sucks.
My chili's awesome. You suck.
See, it's funny because I would say I probably eat more vegetables than you. You put vegetables in chili, and that's
Fuck yes.
just what psychos do.
No.
Yeah.
I have not found many vegetables I will not put in chili.
Oh, no.
See, my house is like you two. Like, I'll make a batch of chili and I'll take half of it and put it in another pot, and I'll add mushrooms and
What the
whatever
fudge?
into.
Oh, my wife loves
And-
mushrooms in her chili.
Oh,
The green pepper people and celery people piss me off.
Celery, green pepper,
you're fucking-
red pepper, yellow pepper,
Oh.
orange pepper. All
see, hubby won't
peppers.
eat green peppers. He's not a green pepper fan, but he loves jalapenos and he'll eat red peppers, whatever.
Corn?
I cannot stand mushrooms. We call them bubbled up cow shit. That's what we call them. It's just whoa.
I call it fungus because it's gross.
We were drinking Saturday, and we, of course, my
Did you
dumbass-
try that Nat Light?
Yeah, of course. What do you think I was
Okay.
drinking Saturday?
Does it taste like Nat Light?
It tastes like
Because I went back and looked at it when you're like, "You tried this?" And I'm like, "It's Nat Light." And then I looked at it closer.
it's like the Smirnoff Bomb Pop type thing,
Okay.
mixed with Nat Light. It's really fun and really good.
So, okay. I'll take
Like-
your word for it.
But you've tried the strawberry lemonade Natty Lights. You've tried
No.
yeah.
No,
Yeah. You've been to my house. I've definitely thrown you
I
one.
have, but I have not tried any of that because if it says Nat Light, I don't fucking drink it because it's
Oh.
gross.
So that's my money saving tip.
By Nat Light.
Well, that like right. So
Or
instead of
Pabst.
being us, right, and that's exactly it.
See, honey likes the big. My husband likes the big PBR every once in a while.
Oh man,
thank you.
PBR is where it's at. So like, I got a 99 pack that costs $60, right, for 99 of them. Here we're drinking
That's
$4.
what, about 70 cents a piece?
Right, I'm drinking a $4 beer right now. This one, I don't know, $2.50. That like they're expensive to drink these types of things. So
I have no dollar.
drink
in
Bud
this.
Light, right? Drink Miller Light. Don't ever drink Miller Light. Drink.
See, that's what honey
PBR.
drinks.
You want a story?
Yeah.
So I'm at practice the other day. I'm talking to one of the girls, and she's talking about college options because she's a junior.
Mhm.
And she's like, "Yeah, I gotta find a way to pay for college." And I'm like, "Yeah, we did an episode or two on that." And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, I podcast with a buddy of mine and we talk, money issues. And we did a couple episodes about that. And she goes, could you share them with me? I said, hey, listen, here's the deal. I'm drinking, I'm talking about drinking, and I'm cursing a lot. And she goes, I don't care. I'm like, all right. So I shared a couple of them with her, and I listened to the first one, which was before Bucks and Brews.
Sure.
You want to guess what I was drinking?
Miller Lite.
It was Miller Lite.
Yeah.
Very good, my friend.
Yeah. I know that because
That's the cheap beer I'll drink. That or Coors Light. Mind you, I don't like either of them, but I like them way better than Budweiser.
I'll do Coors Banquet.
Now, Budweiser in our house is means for divorce. Like, my husband has a lot of beer mirrors too, but I cannot bring a Bud Light or a Bud
Gross.
mirror in this house.
So
But he found too that the Miller Lite cans, he said, are very skunky lately.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's even the August dates he said are skunky. So we've been buying the aluminum cans.
Yeah, no, it's hard because I know that there's a brown bottle shortage, right? So
There is.
I mean, the Imperial Maya Mocha, right? Like
Yeah.
that's in a can right now. Like just so many things that we would normally find in a bottle. I'm sitting here and like I'm a bottle guy versus a can. I'll do my Bud Lights in a can all day. But like going to the store, I like to get the aluminum talls or a bottle. And PBR, I do bottles because it's awesome. Like you get to twist top and you get to figure out what card is on it, right? What playing card. And so speaking, your husband's a Miller Lite. I have a buddy who is a Bud Light guy, right? He will only drink Bud Light or anything Anheuser-Busch, and he'll drink Hefeweizens, right? He was military guy type thing. So I'm drinking one night, and he's like, "I'll never touch a Miller Lite, never. You can't pay me enough." So we're at the bowling alley, I laid $1,000 on the table, and I was like, "Drink a Miller Lite." He's like, "Nope." I laid $2,000 on the table. He's like, "I'm not drinking a Miller Lite," and I was like, "Jesus!" So I laid $3,000 in cash on the table, right, in front of like all these bowlers. We're drunk as hell, and I was like, "Drink a Miller Lite, $3,000," and he's like, "Can't do it. I'm a man, Bob. I'm not drinking Miller Lite." And I was like, God damn, like I respect you because you kept your word, but there's not much I won't drink for. I'm drinking.
I'm a man. I will not drink PBR.
I'm drinking unicorn farts.
I'm telling you right now, I will not drink a PBR for no matter how much money.
Yeah, okay. I won't do it. Yeah. Just say, David, I throw a penny at him and be like, "Give me a PBR right now."
Okay.
Right.
Can I keep the can?
I am not that cheap.
David would be like, "Can I keep the can?" I got you.
If it's a PBR, it has to be at least $25, $30.
Say, yeah, but no, $3,000 is a bet on a freaking
I
Miller
totally
Lite.
would have done it.
Oh, I would have all day.
I would have drank a Dandy Light for that.
Yeah, let's see. No, so that's another tip, because I think if you're on a budget, you don't have to give up everything, right? Just change what you're doing.
Right.
Find a light beer in a can or a regular that you like.
Mike has made fun of me before. He's like, "I can't drink that shit," and I'm like, "Dude, I'm looking to save money right now, so I will drink Miller Lite because I can get 24 Miller Lite for $15."
Yeah. Well, you see it. I mean, you see it all the time, right? Like when I feel poor,
Yep.
I'm drinking Bud Lights. I'm drinking, this is how I feel. My budget's not on track. I mean, this is what I'm doing, right?
Can I ask a personal question?
Yeah, of course.
You can not answer if you don't want to.
Sure.
Are you still working?
Yes.
So you still have a job?
I don't know.
Okay. Just curious. We can talk about that off here. So
I'm waiting till Friday to see if I get paid.
Okay.
But I think that's for we'll figure that out.
So Vanessa, what
Mhm.
I know you use different things to save money on your grocery bill. What different things do you use? Because I know you used to be into couponing.
Couponing has really changed
Since the
over
paper's
the
gone.
last couple of years. I mean, I used to have a 3-ring binder, and I used to have like the card holders, and it was a big ring binder that I had. Jake now puts his Pokemon cards in it, but it's really changed. I don't really coupon that way anymore. Coupons.com now has an app that you can use. You clip your coupons, and then you have to, scan your receipt using your phone. And it's like a money back, almost like Ibotta,
Yeah.
but a little bit different. And here in South Haven, we really have 3 options. We have Aldi, Walmart, and Meijer.
Yep.
We don't have Family Fare. We don't have any of that. Those are our 3 options. So I use the Meijer app,
Do you
and they have
any,
coupons.
like any small grocers like Big Top, for example?
No.
A Ken's Food Market.
Yeah, something
Nope.
like that.
Kroger. Kroger's
Nope.
big, but yeah.
The Spartan
Kingmas.
store that we had in town was Village Market, and I think they're still in Allendale. There's a couple left, but when Meijer came to town, it really put them out of business here.
Yep.
Because they were way more expensive, but we don't have any of those. I have to go to Holland, or I don't think Holland has any of those either. I'd have to go all the way to Grand Rapids
See,
in order
that's
to get.
that's unfortunate because I mean, living in the Grand Rapids area,
Holland still has 10 Harmsels. I don't even know what, but yeah, so they still have a small little one, but it's like a Family Fare, right?
well, I mean,
Yeah.
living in the Grand Rapids area, we have Family Fare, we have Meijer, we have Walmart,
Yep.
which I won't shop at Walmart. We have Kingmas.
Yep.
Is it Kingmas? Ken's. Horrocks.
Yeah,
Fresh Time.
Yeah,
I mean, we have so many options.
the one over
Yeah,
there.
you guys have Trader
Understand.
Joe's. And,
Trader Joe's, Whole Foods is coming
Whole
in.
Food,
Yeah.
So no, we do. We have quite a bit of places. That
Yeah,
can
we
go,
have a lot of options.
but
I use the Meijer app. They have coupons there. They also mail coupons, and it's kind of like Family Fare. I know Dawn uses Family Fare a lot, where you rack up points or whatever for dollars off your gas. We don't have that here, but it's about 1% cash back Meijer has on their app. So and everybody's different. It just depends on how much you average shop, but I usually spend about $400 a month at Meijer. So there's a rewards where I'll get like $9 off my next purchase once I hit that $400 mark.
yep. That's
So I use that a lot too.
now. Does your husband use it?
My husband does not shop unless he's required to. He went to the store a couple weeks ago. I had a migraine and I was unable to go to the store. When I had my neck surgery, he was required to go grocery shopping because I couldn't drive, and I was, incoherent for 3 days. But I do the grocery shopping.
I mean, my wife does most of it, but what I love is the M perks, right? So like,
Mhm.
I forget sometimes, but then the times I remember, and I'm there buying something for me, stupid, and it's
Yeah.
like, hey, you have a $8 reward. Do you want to put it towards your purchase? Hell
Yeah.
yes, I do.
Yes,
And
I
then-
do.
And then she goes, did you use my M perks? Yes, I did. Did you use my $8? Yes, I did. You saved $8 on your stupid beer. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
What does it matter
No.
whether I saved it on my beer or whether I saved it on your
You cannot use M perks. You cannot use your M perks rewards on alcohol and beer.
what I say?
Yeah.
Pool supplies. I don't care
Whatever
whatever
it
it is,
is.
right? Like whatever.
Yeah.
It could be Doritos, and I'm sitting here just going hell. But the one time I didn't use it, I think I really went and bought like 2 bags of Doritos for $5, and she had an $8 reward, and I was like, "Yep, I'm not gonna waste it because you don't if you don't use
You don't
it
get
all."
the you don't get the
So
leftovers.
I
you
let
use
her
it all.
have it. I was like, "Damn it!"
So I want to point this out
Yeah.
as we're going. You are wearing your Bucks and Brews shirt.
I am.
I am not.
I know.
So this is our last May podcast,
Yep.
and I'm wearing our mental health shirt from Break Room Therapy because May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yeah. Saying we are both about that.
We are, and one of the things. So while we have Vanessa here, not to take another tangent, but we love tangents.
Yeah,
One
I'm
of the
good with
things-
tangents.
Last time Vanessa was on, we were talking about debt, and we got into some student loan debt, and we were talking mental health stuff, and she brought up the fact that the student loans that she has had an effect on her mental health, and that's something that some people don't look at.
Sure.
So I was hoping, Vanessa, even though we're taking like the 18th tangent in a
You're fine.
39-minute episode so far. You could talk a little bit about that.
You know, when you have debt, and it wasn't just student loans, it was credit card, it was other things too, but it's a mental cycle where you get in and you feel hopeless and you feel weighted down and you feel like no matter what you do, you're never ever gonna get out of it. And it's hard, and it sends you in this cycle. I've been heavily medicated before. When I was in classes, I remember taking an accounting class, and I had hurt my back, and so I physically could not go to class for like a month. And it was an accounting 2 class. I remember it. And when I was finally able to get back in class, we had a test. And I remember sitting in class and in a full-blown panic attack. Like, the room was empty and I was spinning, and all I could see was this test in front of me, and my hands were sweating so bad that I could barely write my name on the paper because the pen was just slipping through my hands because they were so sweaty. And I remember sitting there for what I thought was an eternity. It was 30 minutes, maybe. And I got up from my desk. I handed my teacher my test completely blank and said, I can't do this. And I walked out, got in my car, burst into tears. I made an appointment the next day for my doctor, and that's when I was put on medication. So it gets you, you know, you get into a cycle, and I couldn't get out of bed, and I wasn't a good mom in then either, you know. I felt bad for Cheyenne, but I just physically could not get out of bed and physically be the mom that she needed.
Well, and I know a couple of weeks ago when we had the professor on, David Seawick, I love saying the professor, David Seawick, Nick and I talked afterwards, and Nick was like, man, we missed a couple opportunities there, but we went so long that obviously we had to shelve some things we wanted to talk about. And one of the things you brought up was the fact that, okay, we've talked about this student debt. What are possible solutions?
Yeah.
So, you know, throwing out possible solutions. So again, I'm way more liberal on this than some of us that are on the show. I mean, Mike and I are probably the closest, but my honest thought is if you take out a student loan, let's say of $50,000, and you have spent 10 years paying on that, you have now at this point spent, let's say, $85,000 on this loan that you took out. Shouldn't we look at maybe a forgiveness on that, or should we look at, hey, maybe we should suspend the interest on that? Something that will let people get ahead. Because again, if we want to stimulate the economy, the best way to do that is to get rid of some of the debt that's out there.
And I mean, I would agree on that last part, right? So on the actual waiving of interest type thing, I personally feel there should be a cap on student loan interest. I think people need to pay back the entire amount that they take. Because I kind of forgot to talk about that. So we went to Milwaukee,
Yeah.
and there's a college. I forget which one. It's a big college right there in Milwaukee, and
Marquette University.
yeah, there you go. And it's judgmental of me, but right, like, there's a girl wearing a Gucci belt. Could be a knockoff, could be real. Like, I seen another kid wearing something very name brand and stuff like that, and it's like, sure, you could have got it as a Christmas gift, you could have got these things, but like, the amount of things that I see these kids buying, and we all know personal people that have done stuff. Like my brother's ex-girlfriend, you know, when I know somebody that does something, but like, she literally bought a car with student debt, right? She paid her babysitting money or something, like, you know, for her kid, to, like, with student debt. And it's like, it's not what the hell this debt's for.
I dated a girl once, and she's like, yeah, once I get my student loan payment,
Yep.
I can go buy groceries. And I'm like, the fuck are you talking about, groceries?
Hey, but you know what? I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Back when I was getting student loans, they told me that when they send that money back, like they're applying for me for so much in student loans, it pays classes and it pays your books. What is left over is supposed to be used for living expenses. That is what they told me. And that is the legit truth. That is what they told me. And so as a single mom, when I got that check, you're darn right, I stocked up on groceries. I
Well,
had no choice.
You haven't listened to the episode yet, which honestly, I say everybody needs to listen to that episode. But so we were talking about, one, we started off the episode with freeloaders.
Yep.
David goes, well, they say that no debt relief because they're all freeloaders, and something like just under 50% are veterans. So are they freeloaders?
Right.
The next percentage is nurses and doctors. Are they freeloaders? And I'm sitting there thinking about this, and he's got great points, because these people have taken out that debt to hit a certain threshold. So let's say nurses, for example.
Sure.
They're sitting there going, well, if I want to get my BSN, Bachelor's of Nursing,
Mhm.
It's going to take me $65,000. So I'm going to have to take out loans to do that. And are they really freeloaders? Because they're sitting there going, well, I took out $65,000, and at this point I've paid back $90,000, and my debt's $58,000. And that's one of the issues we have, because the other point that David brought up is when you sit there and you decide to, let's say, refinance those loans or consolidate those loans, you are no longer working with the federal government to do that.
Yeah.
You're now working with a private lender who is way more predatory
Mhm.
and charging way more interest just to consolidate all of that debt down. And now you're paying astronomical interest fees.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, I say predatory loans, we don't agree with them. People take them out, right? Cash advances. Like, I don't know. To me, if you take on a debt, it's your responsibility to pay it, right? Now, with the interest factor, I do think there should be a small cap on it, right? I mean,
A small cap or a cap?
A cap.
So there's been a legislation introduced recently on payday loans,
Sure.
because of course payday loans, you get them for 2 weeks, and the interest rate is something crazy like 625%.
Yeah, it's insane what it can be, right? Like
Mhm.
if you don't.
Loan sharks charge less.
Yeah, I mean, the most I've ever paid for a loan is 17%. I know people that get car loans for 25, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing that you see is people always feel that they have no other option. It's like, man, I know so many people with 25% car interest rates. Like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, right? At 25% interest, you can literally afford a fucking Uber.
There's other options.
Always.
There's always other options.
It's just how hard do you want to work for it, right?
Right.
People think, hey, like,
And it's
Okay.
not just about how hard you want to work for it. It's doing your research.
Mhm.
People just don't, they want it now. It's that instant satisfaction, the instant gratification. They don't do the research. And that's also grocery budgeting too.
Yeah.
You need to know your prices. You need
Yeah.
to know.
well,
you
that's
know.
that's what I mean by how hard you want to work. It's not physical labor. It's, do you want to go try to find a car for sale by owner? Do you want to go to 3 different banks to get lender quotes? Do you want to, right? You got to work to get that type of stuff. Like, people just want to go in and go, hey, I want a car and I want it today and I want to drive out of here. See you, have a good day. And it's like, no, that's called a cash purchase, right? Like, you know what you want, you have it, here you go, see ya.
People are not smart about what they're doing monetarily.
Correct.
And we talked about this earlier. So when we had David on,
Mhm.
we brought up the fact of, we put a question out there that said, hey, why don't you talk about money? What is fearful for you to talk about money?
Yep.
And everybody's like, well, it just makes me uncomfortable, or it makes me feel ignorant, or whatever their reason is. But again, if you're not talking about it, what the fuck do you know? So, I mean, we're coming up on 2 years since Vanessa and I sat down. It's 2 years, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
So Dawn said, hey, Vanessa, talk to my husband, right? And you said, fuck it, we're going to talk. And we sat down and we talked. So in the 2 years, I'm going to ask stupid questions here. Vanessa, in the 2 years, did you get your money's worth?
Yes.
Did you pay me anything?
No.
No.
I offered.
But at the end of the day, I like talking money.
Yeah.
And I like helping people. And I sat there and I said, okay, this is your problem. Let's go from here.
Mhm.
And when we look at it, so we have one card totally paid off, right?
Mhm.
We have several collections totally paid off, right?
Mhm.
The one
And
that,
I got those ones that I sent you too. I got those paid off.
so the one that wouldn't talk to you
Mhm.
finally got a hold. Nick does not know about this story. Tell him.
Oh, so I told you about RMP.
Yep.
They were my biggest collections account, and the guy was a complete jerk, and gave me the runaround and just was not willing to make a deal. And I think they offered me like $50 off my total bill, like my total whatever, which was like what, almost $3,000 in collections. And I was like, I'm not dealing with you. I'd rather it go to the point where I'm being served with papers from a lawyer's office, because I've worked with them before and they're much more compassionate. They're much more willing to work with you, and they're just nicer.
Well, it's
I don't
because
know.
they, like, when you do that, it's because they know that when you go in front of a judge and you say, hey, I've done all these, the judge is going to go, so she's made the attempt. They've done this. Like, I've
Yep.
seen it so many times.
Yep.
And
Yeah, so-
the judge is going to go, yeah, it's going to be a hard pass. Never mind. Nah.
But they're much more willing to make reasonable monthly payments and work with your budget. So I was like, screw RMP, you can sit there and wait. And I paid off the rest of them, and they sat there. And like, I think it was 60 days later, I finally got a letter from them, and it was like $50 savings. And I was like, pound sand, dude, I'm not doing it. It was literally the Friday before the baby shower. It was Thursday or Friday before the baby shower. I get
Which
this.
was like a month or two ago.
April 23rd was her baby shower
Yep,
that we
so a
had at the
month
house.
ago.
So this was just, yeah. So I get this, white envelope, and it's pretty thick, and I open it. It's from RMP, and they were willing to make a deal, and what a deal they made. Let me bring up the pictures so you can just see, or because I sent them to David right away. Like, I couldn't deal with them that day because it was like baby shower, Cheyenne's coming in, it was crazy time. One of the bills I had was $896.10. The deal they offered me was $72.05.
Can I pay you in cash? Do you accept cash?
The other one was
Shit.
$597.40, and for $58.95 I could get that taken care of.
So
90%
we're
off.
looking at like $900, and you're paying like 150.
Did you pay him off?
I did.
In full?
I told David, I sent him a picture, and I said, look, I just got these. I don't have time to deal with this right now, like, because during that time, David, my tooth busted. I had to go back in and get a root canal, and it was just crazy time. Like, seriously, the week before the baby shower, I thought I was gonna have a big gaping hole in my front teeth. It was craziest week ever. But I said, when the baby shower's over, things calm down, I get organized. I got them paid off.
How long did they give you to pay?
I think it was 30 days. I did make it within the 30 days.
Perfect. I mean, that's, yeah. I say congrats. Good for you. And,
Thank you.
and people don't understand that, like, that's an actual thing. Like,
It
you're
is.
already in collections. You can't get any worse, right? I mean,
Well, and how many times does that get sold?
Yep.
And if it gets sold for pennies on the dollar.
Right. I mean,
So let's say you have $1,000 bill.
Yep.
And it gets sold for pennies on the dollar. So they paid $88.
right.
And you're willing to pay $150. Boy, did they make their money back.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing, they probably broke even on that deal because they hired people to constantly call you at $15 an hour, and they wasted.
Actually, they stopped calling me.
But I'm saying they called you for the longest time, right? So like,
Mm,
if you look at the time that they put into researching you, doing all this, like there's a bunch of back end money.
mhm.
But like in the end, they're probably like, all right, hey, how do we get even and get out of this deal without having to sell it again for pennies on the dollar, right? Like, hey, boom, here it is. If you can pay this, we've officially broken even because we just hit with this other idiot that's willing to pay full price. And that's that's just how it works, right? People forget, A, that how much they buy it on sale, and B, how much effort it actually does take to get you. I mean, it's not like they're just handed your phone number. It's not like they're just handed everything about you. I mean, you get addresses and stuff like that, but there's money and costs that go into it.
So as we've gone on here
Yeah.
and gone on to 15 different tangents, I'm going to bring us back around. So grocery wise,
Yes.
couponing is way different than it used to be. So
Yes.
when we look at couponing, so there's coupons.com,
Mhm.
there's Ibotta,
Mhm.
Checkout 51.
Yep.
I would say those are the three main coupon sites. And then if you get into specific retail companies, they have their own. So like Meyer has M-Perks, which has different coupons. Spartan has Yes Rewards, which has different coupons. Walmart has their own coupons. So depending on where you're at, you can find different coupons on whatever app the grocery store has.
That's, we talk about that. So I had a crap morning. I had a
Today?
Yep. I had a truck battery dead.
Yeah,
My car.
I saw that.
My car. I made a right turn, and all of a sudden it died on me.
somebody said get rid of all your shitty
Yeah,
vehicles.
don't listen to him. Anyway, so and it
That's a friend, right?
it would do some stuff, and then all of a sudden, like I could gas it enough to get home,
Yeah.
pulled into my drive, and I had no power. So that battery shot. Well, I'm like, all right, that's definitely an alternator. I charged the battery just to try to make sure. Battery was already shot, which is only a year old.
Right.
I am stupid. I'm lazy. I'll tell you that. So my truck battery was only 3 months old,
Okay.
4 months old, and it was already dead. I'll tell you how often I start my truck. Instead of going back to Walmart and getting my warranty, I just bought another fucking battery.
Because it's
Oh,
quicker and easier.
Fact. I went to, but anyway, so where the couponing part comes in. So I'm at AutoZone, and I knew it was the alternator, but I always want to check. So like I bring it in, and it's no disrespect to the girl behind the counter. I was like, "Hey, can I get my alternator check?" And she goes, "I don't know how to do that." I'm like, "Fuck." All right, and she's like,
Don't
was
they
like-
just hand you the little machine and you plug it in?
into your car, but like mine was already out of the car. So
Okay.
like you go put
Okay.
it, you go put it on, you put it on the spindle, you
Yep.
put the wire, and so I was like, you know what, just give me the new one. And she's like, all right, $240. And then do you want the core? She's like, you want your other one back? And I was like, no, take my $40 core. And I was like, $240. I was like, yeah, you're gonna have to do better than that. I'm here. You couldn't test it. Like, I'm buying this one. She goes, all right, that's fine. Type in a little code type thing, 20% off. Here we go. And I'm like, look, I can price match here. Like, I don't. She goes, nope, it's good. Just thanks for understanding. And I was like, cool. So, asking for the discount, especially at places like that,
Yeah.
completely fine. I know we're talking about groceries, but like, I'm gonna go buy brakes for my wife's car, my car. I go to a company. We'll give them a shout out. Come sponsor me. Detroit Axle,
Okay.
right? Because if I go to AutoZone, it's gonna cost me $240 for my set. If I go to Detroit Axle, it's 110.
Oh yeah. Totally.
Right? Like I'm gonna change them either way.
Fuck
Like
yeah.
so I might as well get it for the cheaper price. So
Right.
shopping around those types of things is just the way to do it.
I remember a quote back when Steve Harvey had his daily talk show. He came from being homeless, whatever.
Yep.
And I remember him doing this show about party planning, and he made a statement about broke people always have time. They always make time. And he did this segment, and there was 3 tiers to his party planning. There was the broke version, like everything was DIY, everything was, the cheapest way to do it. The second tier was you're still doing a little DIY, but you're buying more pre-made stuff, whatever. And then there's like the bougie version where you just buy it, be done with it, and call it good.
Yeah.
So I really take that into consideration too when I do things,
And that's exactly it. Like for my daughter, so I'm in that middle tier for the most part. We won't make the homemade pin and tail and donkey. We'll buy the stupid thing, right? Like it's $7. Or, if it's blow up games, we're not gonna build games anymore. We just buy these random things, right? Where I have a friend who is in the top tier. I go to his summer party every year. It is a caterer. It is a live band. It is a tent in his yard or in his garage or out just outside of his garage. Rented tables. Everybody. He says how much work it is, and I'm like, dude, it's work because you call somebody, but literally everything gets set up for you, and you don't. All you get to do is walk around and entertain everybody, right? But you haven't touched anything, and that's who he is, right? Like he will do big parties. So
yeah, for Cheyenne's baby shower, I did some of the decorations. I made the main course. I bought a few things. Obviously I did not make cupcakes or cake.
Sure.
And then my family helped chip in, but yeah.
Well, and you'll find that, right? Like my wife just did a baby shower, and she's a last minute person. She won't tell you she is, but she is. Right. So she's like, hey, I got to make these bumblebees. And I'm like, what do you? So all of a sudden she has black and yellow tissue paper, and she's making, all of a sudden I'm like, there's a bumblebee. That's awesome. Good for you. But I'm just like, if it was me, I would have gone to the party store, bought a bumblebee, unfolded this accordion that's pre-made, and been like, yep, it's up. There you go. Right. Like,
yeah.
I don't have time, and it's not worth my time or effort to do that. Right.
Right.
To her, it is. I mean,
And my husband was like, you should just buy this. I'm like, no, this is not what I want. This is not what Cheyenne wants. So there was things that I did make. My mother-in-law helped me, and a friend of mine helped me finish putting out decorations, but some of it I made myself. So
no, and that's you'll find that everybody finds a way to make it happen, right? It's just
right.
What is your budget to do it? I've been to multi-million-dollar parties which blow my mind. Where they have ice sculptures. Just sitting here going, what? Like how much did you people put into this, right? And it's where the host put up $10,000 for a table. I'm just like,
right.
Yeah, no, buddy, I'm not worth $2,000 a person, right? And he's like, yeah, you are. Come on. And I'm like, no, but like, I'm gonna show up. Right? Say,
David, and I have 2 more apps that I use a lot when I do Pinterest.
Yep.
Pinterest is amazing, and I use the Flip app. Do you have Flip?
I do not. I'm not familiar, so tell me.
So Flip it's a free app, and it holds all of your sale ads. So all the ads that you would get in the Sunday paper, it's all right there. So you download the app, you put in your zip code, and it will give you all of the sale flyers for that week in your area.
What's that one?
Flip. FLIPP. Flip.
Oh, okay. Huh.
They also do Black Friday ads. And like Meijer will release their weekly ad the Friday before it starts, and Flip will have it by noon, I think. So I will look at the Friday ad and then see what's coming up on sale. And if I need something, well, like if we're out of like cream of chicken soup, and I need it for whatever, well, is it on sale this week, or is it going to be on sale next week? Can I hold off until next week? you know, so that's been really nice to have as well.
So I know one of the other apps we use a lot is Flash Foods. So we talked about this 2 years ago almost. And what they do is they'll put close to date produce or bakery or meat in the app, and you can sit there and say, yeah, I'll buy that for a discounted price, and they'll hold it at the store for you.
Yep. Meyer has theirs up front now.
Yep.
Finally.
It took them a while.
Yeah.
I will tell you, the Family Fair in Byron Center sucks at it.
Yeah. Well, it's always tough because they can get a write-off.
But what you have to be careful with that too is, yeah, it's discounted, but are you going to use it? You know, that's important too. Never buy more than what you're going to use, like perishable items, like bananas. Yes, you get a great price on bananas, but one, are your kids going to eat the bananas before they're too bad? And if they get too bad, do you have the time to make banana bread?
So,
or are you just going to throw them away? Because if you're throwing them away, you're throwing money away, and it wasn't worth the sale price that you paid for it.
So one of the things to look at, and Dawn had mentioned this to me too, is so let's say you buy bananas, for example, or her big thing is like peppers. Let's say you have too many. Do you have time to chop them up and flash freeze them? And that way you have, you know, when you go to the store and you need peppers and they're, you know, $2 a pepper, you can go, well, I don't really need that because I have the frozen that, you know, I threw in the freezer a month and a half ago or whatever it is.
Yep.
You know, and another thing is, can I get away with these like 2 or 3 item meals? So, you know, throw 2-3 items in the crock pot, cook it up, freeze what you don't need, and then you have, you know, for lack of better terms, a freezer meal for later.
Yeah. Well, you know, and say, Vanessa, we talked about buying a half a cow, and it sounds to me like you have a second freezer, right?
Yes, we have a chest freezer.
Right. And see, to me, Courtney wants one, and she's like, oh, hey, but like, no, right? Like you're overbuying, you're doing, you know, yes, it's cool. Sam's Club, we all know, it's been a proven statistic. Like when you buy in bulk and when you do this, you either A, overeat, right? Or B, you run through so much wastable things. I mean, by the time you get to the bottom part of your freezer, there's chances freezer burn. I mean, if I go to my grandpa's freezer, I bet I could find stuff from like 12 years ago right now.
Oh, totally.
You know?
The meat that we have that we got from Jones, excuse me, Jones Meat Market in Saranac is the butcher that our farmers use. Everything is vacuum sealed.
Yep.
And then frozen. The last half cow that we got right at the beginning of, May of 2020. And we were on the tail end of what was left in there, and it was still perfectly fine.
Right. Which is good, you know, but what I find is most people, right, and I guess this goes to most, if it's me, I go out to eat on a constant basis, right? I'm not making every home meal. You know, I'm gonna fill it with strawberry jam, freezer jam. Who doesn't love freezer jam? But you know, like now, and then I go to the next part where it's like, all right, you had to pay for your chest freezer, right? So now it's another appliance that has a potential to break. Knock on wood, you hope it never does. And you're taking more electricity, you're using all this, and yes, okay, you got a good deal, but now, okay, you're eating steaks, and you're like, cool, this steak costs this. But right, like in the end, it's still an over purchase of something, right? Like if your freezer is just filled with meat, that's a thing. But most people's freezers, like I think it goes back to old people. I mean, God, how many bags of vegetables or how many random stupid shits? I mean, again, I could walk into most people's freezers. I'm going to find bags of frozen vegetables. And the expiration date of that son of a bitch is going to be so old. It's going to be crazy. One tip I want to give you is you live next to the greatest grocery store that you don't know about. It's called Menards. Okay. That is, they sell, God, Jack's Pizza needs to lower their fucking price.
Things.
Jack's Pizza needs to lower that.
We have bought some groceries from Menards. We do have that one too, but
Yeah, that's the great. Chef Boyardee used to be 88 cents. That was 77
Now, see, the
cents?
thing is,
Oh, 88
my
because everyone else
son-
was $1.
my son will not eat Chef Boyardee. He doesn't eat like mac and cheese. He doesn't eat any of that stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's-
We eat home cooked meals. I mean, he'll eat frozen pizza, and that sort of thing, and he'll eat a couple of those things like pizza rolls and whatnot. But to have a can of Chef Boyardee in our house does not make sense. He will not eat it.
See, most of that shit I won't touch.
Right.
But you give me Kraft macaroni and cheese,
game over.
I'm the happiest fucking guy in the world.
See,
That's like you and your Salisbury steak.
there you go.
You give me Kraft macaroni and cheese, I'm a happy guy. And my wife goes, "This is disgusting," and I'm like, "I don't give a shit. I love it."
That's Courtney with.
I will eat it every once in a while. I'll get a hankering for it, but I'm the only one in the house that eats it.
It reminds me of being a 5-year-old before going to school, and you have some Kraft macaroni and cheese.
That's Courtney and white shells and cheese.
Yeah.
She'll eat that, and that's why normally we'll make it. But like, I put mustard on my mac and cheese.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's weird.
I've done it since I was a kid.
So, did I mention this when I came back up?
What's that?
That everybody's here downstairs now?
No.
So, Gwade's downstairs
Yeah.
with his wife Verbal, who Chris cannot stand. Oh, sorry. Slide Bobby Bass cannot stand.
Yeah,
So they're working on their music video right now.
it's gonna be real good.
I told him to come up. He's like, no.
No, and so there's.
We also have venison in our freezer too. We're hunters.
Yep.
So we have venison. We did not do enough rabbit hunting and squirrel hunting this year, which was really sad, but just
A
didn't have
squirrel
time.
for you. You want one? It was in my pool. It's waterlogged. Got it.
No.
I'll bring it down to you. I'll go to Maria's and I'll bring you a nice squirrel. Last year I had 7 rabbits.
In the pool?
Yeah, 2 adults and 5 babies.
That's sad.
Yeah, for them, stay the fuck out of my pool.
I'll tell you my
Wasn't a
story.
free for all.
Last week of rabbit season.
Duck season.
We live on rabbit
Rabbit
season. We live on
Duck
2
season?
acres.
Rabbit
Huh?
season.
Duck season.
Rabbit season.
Rabbit
Duck season?
Um, there was this rabbit.
Vanessa
it
has
was
no
right
idea
off our
what
deck.
we're doing
I do.
right now.
I love Looney Tunes. I'm just taking
Oh,
over.
yeah. He's just ignoring us.
Rabbit season. Fire.
There was this rabbit right outside the deck, and I got my air rifle out, and he's like 10 feet off the deck, if that. And I take a shot, and I missed him. And I'm like, how did I miss him? He is like 5 feet in front of me.
Yeah.
And I racked it again, and I shot like 5 times, and he never moved. These air rifles are like awesome. If you don't have one, get one. But anyway, never moved. And I was
Pellets
like,
or BBs?
what is going on? Pellets. It's a 25. I have a 22 cal, and my husband has a 25 cal air rifle.
Yeah.
I have a 25 too. But anyway, so I was like, whatever. And I got mad and I put the gun down. Next day I go out, that bunny, and it was a big bunny too. And he's back out there, and I was like, I'm getting this thing. And I shot twice, and I'm like, I'm done. Like, I don't know what's going on. The next day I look, apparently my scope got bumped, and there are 6 pellets in my deck. My husband was less than thrilled.
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay.
Hey, honey.
How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Third shifter. He's on. Bah.
No,
So
it's,
yeah, that was my funny rabbit season story
he-
season.
what
this
does he
year.
do for work?
He right now
Does he have a
he is an
motorcycle?
electrical apprentice.
Okay.
So he works for Bentler Automotive out of Holland. He used to do
I
machine
used to know
repair.
the HR.
Her name is Day Pina, I think there is who's does anyway. So he's an electrical journey or apprentice right now, and he was a machine repair. So
I say,
and he used to work the pipeline. He used to do maintenance on the pipeline.
no, one of my tenants is the head. Was the head of HR. She's gave me her notice. She's moving. I say, but no, it's he's dressed for like cold weather. Does he have a motorcycle?
Yes.
Yeah, I say.
That's a good way to save money. He rides his motorcycle to work.
I say it.
Have you gotten yours out yet?
Yeah, twice.
All right.
We went to breakfast on it. It's
My
not a great
husband
way to
is
save
is
money.
a diehard. He was going to training, I think, in North Carolina a couple years ago, and a hurricane was coming through. So the hurricane was, coming in then, whatever. And he rode his motorcycle through, 100-mile winds, rain, pouring rain to his hotel room.
No, that's a hard pass for me. I'm a fair weather golfer, a fair weather motorcycle rider. If I can't enjoy myself on it, I don't want to do it.
Dawn goes.
As soon as the weather breaks and there's no snow, he's on his motorcycle until the first snow.
Dawn goes, "Are you gonna go golfing this year?" I'm like, "Well, I hope to." She's like, "Do you like scrambles?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it depends." I said, I could do Hendy Scramble because that's usually the end of July.
Yeah.
She goes, "Well, you should do that." So I said something to Mike about it, and he's like, "Yeah, me, you, and Nick should do that." I'm like, "But we need a 4-person team." And he's like, "Nick's got friends."
I'll find a fourth. I went golfing 9 holes.
Did you?
Yep.
How was it?
Wonderful.
You know, the last time I was golfing
Was with me
in 2000.
that long ago?
Yes, it was.
Oh man.
I died last year. Remember?
Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
No, I got 9 holes in, and I was not doing great halfway through. And I said, this would be so much better if I just stopped keeping score. And so I was like, I'll just tell them random numbers, and I kept score. But like once I realized how much I didn't care, it was fine.
Oh yeah, always.
Hubby likes to play golf every once in a while. He likes to drink and drive the cart. He doesn't like to keep score, but he'll play.
He likes to drive the cart and drink.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Sounds
Because
about right.
I actually don't enjoy driving the cart anymore. I love to drink.
I
I
love to
think we
drink.
found a fourth.
Maybe.
Yeah, this could work out perfectly. for
I'll
him.
talk to Steve. We need to go down and do another episode with Steve.
Yep.
And when are we going to Beer Exchange? It's got to be a Sunday night.
Yeah, sometime soon.
We have to figure that out.
Not this weekend.
So
Let's see.
we've talked about some different ways to save money.
Yeah, let's see. I wanted to hit back on one thing real quick.
Yeah.
We mentioned Aldi, right?
Yeah.
I think Aldi's a national brand now. I mean, they're
Aldi's great.
they're all over. So they are, right? Yes, there are some things that you want to have name brand, and I get that. But if you're that pretentious that everything has to be name brand, fix your life, right?
Some of the Aldi brands are the best. Like
really?
they have the seeded bread.
Yeah.
That's the greatest seeded bread ever. It makes the perfect toast.
See, like I don't love their white bread, but like on a budget, I'll eat their white bread, and like I'm fine with it. But sure. So I agree that their Doritos do not taste as good as regular Doritos, right? But they have 400 other types of chips. One thing I love about here's one thing I absolutely love about cheap chips. Let's be clear about this, right? So like Better Made, I don't know, the 99-cent fucking bag of chips. They always have so much more seasoning than like regular brand chips. Like if I get a sour cream and onion like from Lay's, I'm like, yeah. Now you give me the 99-cent bag and it's like sour cream and onion, right? And I'm like, oh god, like I have to like lick my fingers because how much stuff's on it. I'm like, I personally like cheaper chips sometimes.
Well, I went to Family Fair the other day,
Yep.
and they were having a big Friday sale.
Yep.
And I came home with 2 bags of chips, and Don's like, "Why the fuck did you buy these?"
Yeah.
Because they were 99 cents.
Yep, you'll eat them. I mean,
Yeah, they're almost gone.
but no, Vanessa, you brought up a good thing is right. Like have a food budget, know what you're eating. Like so, pre-planning meals is a very big thing. You will save so much more money that people don't even realize it. When you plan for an entire week, that stops you from going out. That stops you from having to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh crap, let's just go get pizza. And okay, Little Caesars is $5.55 or whatever it is, but again,
If you like cardboard.
honestly, Little Caesars fresh out the box is good. I will never
If it's hot,
eat. Never in my life will I eat reheated Little Caesars pizza.
no.
It becomes so hard. I'm like, yep, a hard pass. But I love their breadsticks. So it stops you from going to do those things. It stops you from, hey, let's just do something quick. And here comes your $40 McDonald's, right?
Well, too, I mean, we have in our, always have a plan B. We have enough groceries in our house that I always have certain things in our house. Like I always have cream of chicken soup. And like the other day, I was shocked when I went to the cupboard and I didn't have any cream of chicken soup. Like I was like, how does that happen in this house? Like it just does not happen. Luckily I had some other things, but always have a plan B, because if even like you have a meal plan, you know, something may go to shit. You know, like you plan on something and your car breaks down so you can't get home in time, but your kids are still hungry. Well, what's quicker, you know, is what you had planned quicker, or can you, you know, cream of chicken soup and rice? You know, that's like a staple in our house. I can pull out 2 chicken breasts, defrost them in the microwave, chop them up, and have a meal in 20 minutes. You know, Saturday, my husband had this genius idea to make tamales.
Oh, smart man.
I don't like tamales.
Sorry, what?
I don't like tamales.
Can you say it a little louder for everybody out there to hear you?
It's the masa. It's the texture of the masa. Like I have serious texture issues. I cannot do it. I can't.
We're
So
sorry.
anyway, he decided to pick up a shift Friday night. So he worked. Saturday morning, he came home. Jake had his last soccer game. Then he decided to make tamales. Well, then his brother was in town. We had to go to his mom's to do something. And by the time we got home, it was 5:30. Well, I had planned on making tater tot and chicken casserole. Well, that takes an hour to bake on top of prep time. And it's now 5:30. I don't have time to make that. But we had to go to his mom's. Like it wasn't an option. You know, we had to do something for her that had to get done because his brother was in town. So Jake was like, well, we can just go to, and we're like, no, we just spent $1,500 on meat. We are not going to Burger King. Like it's not gonna happen. And so I was able to pull out my last 2 chicken breasts that I had in the fridge or in the freezer, chopped it up, and we had chicken and wild rice, a box of Uncle Ben's wild rice, long grain and wild rice, chicken mixed in. It's one of Jacob's favorite meals. Had it on the table in less than 30 minutes. Always have a plan B.
You know what my plan B would have been?
Burger King.
Hot dogs.
Blech!
It's
Love me some hot dogs.
like they microwave in seconds, right? Like
Dawn says to me at one point, I'm like, hey, let's have hot dogs. She goes, I don't think we have any propane. I'm like, I don't need those fuckers on the grill. Make them on the grill. I don't give a shit.
you can boil them.
Warm them up.
Yep.
Let's go.
We
See,
had
Jacob won't eat hot dogs either, but he will eat the Johnsonville
Brats.
sausages. You
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about? They're not the hot dogs, but they're kind of like the bigger.
Yep.
He'll eat those, and hubby will eat those too, the jalapeno and cheddar ones. So
Some of the girls
But
today
yeah.
are like, oh my God, the Whitecaps have the best hot dogs. I'm like, you guys need to get out a little more often
right.
here,
It's a,
because they're okay.
they just like the shreddies.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, which I found them at a specific location that people could find if they weren't lazy.
We've had those at your house.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Say, because I too enjoy the shreddies.
Pickles are great, aren't they?
They are like they make a hot dog. I like. It's funny because depending on what if I eat chili cheese hot dogs,
I think I need hot dogs.
I want them boiled. If I eat mustard, ketchup, pickles, I want them on the grill. Like I can prepare hot dogs different. If I do, like I'll make baked, right? I'll put my bun in there with garlic, salt, and butter, and like I will make like I gourmet hot dogs, man. We are
Moral of the story: if you're poor and you're looking for a grocery budget,
Hot
buy
dogs.
some fucking hot dogs.
hot dogs. It is right. It's like, and
I mean, you know, using Pinterest, you can find so many more cheap meals than hot dogs.
So,
yeah,
have you watched Big Bang Theory?
of course.
Sheldon and the hot dogs cut up in spaghetti.
Yep.
And his mom refers to that as a real Italian treat,
That's a fact. Say.
which of course reminds me of the SpaghettiOs. One has meatballs and one has hot dogs.
Well, so you know that okay, let's talk about this. Italian. My wife and I got married, okay?
You did?
Almost 12 years ago.
Okay.
Our wedding, so after the $700 photographer that we still haven't gotten our wedding book for.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's kind of our fault.
Okay.
But after that, it cost us, I think, full $2,300.
Okay.
I had 300 people. Technically, I had 302 show up.
Okay.
We fed everybody with a $300 budget. We did pasta, right? I mean, we did different noodles, different sauces. We had a protein and we had bread, and we took the big long breads, had them cut it up. Like, granted, we had volunteers for people to cook for us, like, but our entire, like, we rented the hall for 500, the whole place for $500. Like, $2,300 is what our entire wedding. And do you remember our wedding?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
Right, exactly. Like, nobody gives a crap except for me and my wife. Like,
Yeah, but I wasn't there.
that's what I'm. But even at the people, like, we had a dry wedding, right? But like, when I talk to people, hey, what's the best wedding? They're all the same to me in theory. Like, I love you as a person, I love whatever, but like,
So if you ever ask Mikey what the best wedding is,
yeah,
he has an answer for you.
really,
It was my wedding
there you go,
because he had a picture in his hand every time I turned around.
good man. No, but I had talked to a guy who's becoming a friend of mine, and his wife was telling me about their wedding because we talked about cigars, and she goes, the number one thing before he even booked our wedding hall, he had a person rolling cigars, and I was like, holy cow, Keith and I are like, we're better friends than I thought we were. I was like, I didn't even know you like cigars, but I was like, that's something that stands out, right? But like, normally, sure, like, I mean, I've been to random halls, I've been to the museum, I've been to very fancy places, I've been to very poor, like, I've been to backyard weddings. They're all the same. Everybody looks beautiful. Everybody has a great time. I don't care. Like, the one backyard, I've literally been to a backyard wedding where the groom was standing by the grill cooking the entire thing. He's like, yep, here's the chicken, here's the burgers, here's the steaks, here's the, like, just all random meats going across 3 different, and it's funny because like all of buddies brought grills, and so there's like 3 or 4 grills just going, and like these guys just manning grills, and I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, to me, it doesn't matter, right? Like, a wedding's a wedding. You had a good time.
Because we're playing the Let's Go on a Tangent game
Yeah.
here. So one of my mom's friends, I've been helping with, some financial advice.
Yeah.
And recently she wanted to refinance their place.
Yeah.
She's getting
A
married.
little late now.
Well, I think they got the rate locked in before the jump.
Good.
But of course I said, hey, call Rob. He's the guy I like to deal with. So, they've been talking.
Yep.
And my mom gets the invitation and she has to RSVP.
Yeah.
And she goes, hey, do you want to go to so-and-so's wedding? And I'm like, nope. She goes, well, I thought I'd ask. I'm like, yeah, I don't do weddings unless I absolutely have to, because I don't give a shit.
It's like a graduation party to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to, sure, there's ones where they have the snow cone machine. There's ones where they brought the ice cream truck. I don't really care. I mean, they're all the same, right?
I'll show up, I'll wave for 5 minutes, and then I'm out.
I mean,
I'll drop
Hey,
off
dude,
a
I think you
card.
came to
Fine.
Cheyenne's, didn't you? Didn't you
I
and
did.
Dawn come to Cheyenne's?
I did not. Dawn did.
Okay.
Dawn goes, I have a busy fucking day, but I have to go to Vanessa's for Cheyenne's baby shower. And I went, okay.
no,
I had softball games that day, so.
Oh yeah.
no,
Yeah. I felt bad because like all she had to eat here was fruit. Like
Yeah.
no, I mean, but it's because people are probably going to 15 other ones, right? And that's what you find is people just go. My buddy, his parents, they had the bourbon chicken from. That was like, I remember that, sure, but like it was at the Ramblewood thing. I know about that, but like I'm not gonna.
But David, when Dawn was here, I gave her some glass, whatever. And my brother-in-law actually came too because he hasn't seen Cheyenne in a couple of years, whatever. I mean, we had, her boyfriend came, so my dad was here. He hasn't seen Cheyenne in a couple of years. So Josh was still here. He helped cook, and Jake was here because we don't get to see Cheyenne that often. And she was literally in town, flew in Friday night, 10 o'clock. She was out Saturday or Sunday afternoon. But she was sitting next to my brother-in-law, and he brought up break room therapy on Saturday when we were over there. He's like, yeah, you had this friend and she has like this business where you just break shit. And I was like, yeah, it's actually a pretty good place. He's like, I want to go there. He's like, I want to check it out. I'm like, okay, let me know. I'll get you there. So, hey. He
Always
remembered.
good endorsement.
Yeah. So,
Sorry, I'm trying to buy a house.
I know you are.
and I gotta tell you about, we were talking about buying more than you can use, and it's not a good deal. I had to buy milk yesterday. I had to go to the store, or Sunday, get some groceries, and Jake and I can only drink fat-free milk. That's it. Our stomachs can't handle the fat content. And they had gallons of milk 90% off because the sell-by date was the next day. And they had like 3 or 4 gallons. I only grabbed one. I paid 34 cents for a gallon of milk on Sunday. And I finished it today. And I was like, whoop, whoop. But I didn't buy 2 gallons because you just, when milk goes by the sell-by date, you don't know how long you have on that.
Yep.
So yeah, I could have gotten a 2nd gallon. We might have got halfway through it, but you don't know. So I didn't waste the 34 cents.
Well, and I find that even if you did, right, like that 34 cents turns into, oh, now I have to make macaroni and cheese.
Yep.
Oh, now I have to make buttermilk or whatever the hell people, I don't know what things, but you would find excuses to have to use it, which would cost you more money in the end to use it up.
Well, that's a good point when we talk about grocery shopping. So Meyer does this thing that I hate. You saved $134 on your trip.
Yeah.
So for the longest time, my wife would be like, look how much we saved. And I'm
How
like,
much you
look how
spent."
much we fucking spent.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, yeah, but we saved $134. And I'm like, yeah, we spent $199.
Yeah.
I could have saved us $199. We
That's
just
it.
don't go fucking shopping.
Yep. And that's
You and my husband get along on that because
Yeah.
I am like done. Like, if like the non-perishable items, like the canned goods, the stuff that's gonna last, I will stock up on that. If it's a good price and I have a coupon and I can get it for pennies on the dollar, I'm buying it. I don't care because we'll use it.
when my cupboards get full, and it could be just that we just went shopping, I go through all of them because I'm pissy because I can't find my tortilla chips, or I
Right.
can't find, I don't know, the peanut butter. I just start pulling out all the things, and I'm like, 2015, 2007, see it, like I throw everything away, right? And then
See, I am very anal about my cupboard. Like I am very ADHD. I am very disorganized person. Like if I pan into my office here, you'd be like, what? But my cupboard is very organized. I have can organizers. I have all my food in Tupperware containers. They're labeled. They're like in categories in the cupboard lined up. So when you go into my pantry, you know exactly what I have, how much of it, and then if I need more.
Right.
End of story.
well, and to say
I
like,
find a whole lot of shit lately we got to throw away.
oh yeah, I mean just all the time. We have, God, if I had to put a number, so my wife's grandma buys us Dutch mints every year for Christmas. Okay. She buys us a Dutch letter, right, of our first name. She gives us Stroop waffle, and the people that she knows like black licorice, she gives us that. Well, if you go to my top cupboard behind the stuff I'm supposed to be making moonshine with, there is 20 boxes, and that's probably selling it nicely, probably 20 boxes of Dutch mints that my wife will not let me throw away because she'll eat them someday. I'm like, okay.
I know what that's like because I tell Dawn she can't throw shit away because
Yeah.
someday I'm going to use it.
Yeah, which is fine.
And I never use it.
Never, and you never will.
No, probably not.
But
I'll die and her and Caitlin will throw it away.
say the house looks so much less cluttered.
It
I
will
did
the
that with
minute
my
I
craft
die.
supplies. I don't scrapbook anymore. And I'm donating my leftover scrapbooking stuff to the elementary school, the art teacher. And there's just some stuff that I don't want to look at anymore, but I can't part with it because someday I need to finish Jacob's baby book. And I've spent a lot of money on it. And so my husband's like, well, what are you going to do with it? I'm like, I'm going to put it in totes and store it. What do you think I'm going to do? I cannot get rid of it.
I mean, Courtney never got actually into scrapbooking. She's like, I think it's something I could do. So there used to be I own every crazy cut scissor you could find. I own stupid machines to do things because if she wants to have an interest, I go all in for
Oh,
her.
absolutely.
I am very supportive of her interest, and I probably overdo it. Like I know I overdo it, but like I probably overdo it for her, and that's probably that might be what she's like. Yeah, I don't even know where to start, right? But
Collecting craft supplies is completely different. It's a separate hobby from actually doing the craft.
yeah, no,
Ask any crafter.
it wasn't even the fact that we were trying to collect. It was just I wanted her to start somewhere and just get and like I didn't because I know if I start a woodworking project, I won't start it because I don't have a tool. I won't do certain things because I'm like, oh, then I have to go buy this and I have to go do that and I have to get this. Like for me to fix stuff in my house, not as much. If I have to go fix your outlet,
Yep.
and I don't have a screwdriver, I'm charging you for a screwdriver. I'm charging you for the outlet, and I'm like, cool, I got a new screwdriver, right? Like that's that's how I think of things. I'm just like, all right, like I had to go change up bathroom thing, and yes, my brother ended up buying me the shop vac, but like I'm sitting here going, all right, how much would somebody else charge to change out the internals of a bathroom thing? And I'm like, all right, 100 and something bucks. I was like, I'm just gonna tell them, hey, look, you're buying me this and a $17 part, and yeah, here's your $200 bill. Granted, we didn't make any money on this, but I now have a new tool and the $17 parts in there. Like, we're even for the company aspect, and I'm set, right? So
Dawn stopped scrapbooking.
Yeah.
and Caitlin graduated high school.
yeah,
We still have all the shit.
of course. Yeah, I think scrapbooking was a fad. It was weird. I
Oh
didn't-
my
Yeah.
God, so many scrapbooking stores fucking popped up, and there was like 8 in a 5-mile radius.
Yeah, and everybody had different paper,
Oh yeah.
and now I can't find paper.
Yeah.
Like
I know.
I try to go to Michael's or
Yeah. You got to go to Michael's.
well, yeah, they have like
Or Hobby Lobby
yeah.
or Joann's. Those are still.
I got to go to Joann's tomorrow.
for what?
Fabric for my dress.
Oh,
Do you have the app, David?
do.
Do you have the coupons? Because they have coupons
do.
in the app.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have the app. I have coupons. I'm gonna go get some material for my dress.
when I was into crafting with my vinyl stickers and stuff, I would always go to Michael's, and it was half off. Like you get a half off coupon.
Yep.
Michael's is so expensive.
Oh, it's so cheap, so cheap.
Joann's, I think, is the best.
But they don't have nearly as much stuff.
Well, it depends
Hobby
on what you're
Lobby's the
looking for.
best.
Well, so when I was making
I like Hobby Lobby for obvious reasons.
when I was making speaker boxes, right? Like I would always go to Joann's for my my fabric, and if I was wrapping something for somebody like on a boat, I can get my weather stuff there. But like, I don't know, I couldn't get good enough deals. I felt like because I always had 50% off or 40% off coupons for Michael's, I was like, here we go. And I don't know.
They've changed a lot too, though. But
They have.
One
there
thing,
is one thing I want to talk about too. That go ahead, but
nice.
50% off.
50% off at Joann's.
25% off. 68% off.
I used one of those coupons. I made a baby blanket for Cheyenne for the baby shower, and the fabric I chose, of course, was a Disney print. It was a pink material with gold castles on it, and it was like $14 a yard.
Mm.
And I had a 60% off coupon. They were having a big sale, so I spent like $12 on it. I was like, whew.
Still,
So,
she wants one more thing.
Yep. And I think this is actually really important
yeah.
because a lot of people actually don't know this. Those of you or those on assistance, WIC, SNAP, Bridge, EBT, they don't use coupons because they think that they're saving the government money, and they're not. They're not. This was brought up, and because when I was pregnant with Jake, Josh and I weren't married. I was still living in Grand Rapids. He was here in South Haven. And so I got WIC, for the first month or two, I think. But when you use coupons or when you go to Meijer and use their M Perks, it takes it off your total bill. So you're saving the money to use towards other groceries. The other thing that the state of Michigan has is the Double Up program for the farmers markets. And so, and fruits and vegetables, where if you go to the farmers markets, I was reading up on it today. You need to ask, like, they'll usually have like an information booth, ask if they have that program at that farmer's market. But there is a link online. It was, I had it written down. Oh, doubleupfoodbox.org. You can find locations, the farmers markets that participate, the grocery stores. But, you know, there's certain fruits and vegetables that are approved, like potatoes, carrots, all those things that when you spend, if you find out about this, they'll actually double your money. They'll give you double the product. And that's a great way to help with that grocery bill. We're having stir fry this week, cheap ass meal, with lots of fruits and vegetables. So that's a good way to make sure that you're using those dollars wisely.
Yeah.
Dawn made that Friday or Sunday.
Oh, see,
So good.
I like stir fry, but once a month's fine with me.
She
We
made
make the light version.
she made us she made me Mongolian beef
Oh, there you go.
and her orange
Tofu.
fake chicken.
Yeah. One other quick one before we wrap up. One of my favorite things is price matching. Right? If you see something, you can go to, if Walmart has it on sale, you can go to Meijer and get price match, right? So
They
that
don't
way-
price match anymore.
Walmart will.
No, they will not.
Oh,
Nope. They
Yours
changed
might.
their policy about 2 years ago.
Great. I just did it the other day at Walmart.
Grocery or general merchandise?
General merchandise.
General merchandise they will. Grocery
Yeah.
they will not.
Let's say. So yeah, the ground beef. you
Our
probably
Walmart
won't
will
go
not.
to. Really?
Yep.
Let's say too many people doing it.
Yeah.
But no, Walgreens will do it, right? So I just because I'm cheap, I had to buy some Advil cold and sinus or something,
Yeah.
and I was like, hey, it's on sale here, and they're like, okay, $7.99 for $11.99. I was like, great, there we go. I walked out. with
They'll
it.
price match. Walmart will price match their website,
Sure.
but they will not price match. And the other thing too is the Michigan scan law.
Yeah.
That's you know, if you know about that, you have to use it.
I used to do it all the time.
Well, they really kind of destroyed that law with Snyder. Not nearly as good as it used to be.
Because it's just your money back, and
Yeah.
then do they do a percentage anymore?
I don't
Up to
know.
$5. Yes, they do. Up to
That's all.
$5.
Yeah, which
But the
is
thing is,
crazy.
like, our South Haven Meyer, you have to ask.
Mhm.
Like, I bought, it was at Christmas time, I bought this little snow globe, and it said $5.99 on it, and it rang out $6.99, and I took it to the customer service, and she's like, oh, let me give you your $1 6-pack. And I said, well, what about the Michigan scan law? And she's like, oh, I've never heard of that before. And I said, well, you better look into it, you know. And then she asked the manager, and he's like, oh yeah, you know, because it actually said it on it. Walmart just automatically gives it to you here, but a lot of places like Michael's, you have to ask. So make sure you know about that too.
Yep.
I guess I didn't know that some place would just give it to you. I've always had to ask.
Always had to ask.
Yeah, let's say I bought a, I don't know, I don't remember the name of the brand of the juice, but it was labeled, you know, 99 cents, and it rang up at $2.99. So then I felt like a rich son of a bitch back when I was a kid, because I was like, I went and bought all of them and scanned them, and I was like, yay, $20! Like, I got free juice plus $20 in my pocket.
Right.
I went back and probably bought more stuff in the store because, you know, I was a young kid. But when I, you know, it's like that one law that you learn that you feel like you can finally,
yeah.
you finally beat the system. So you're like, yeah.
I a couple weeks ago I went to Meijer, and I was looking for the fresh chicken, and there was a package. Their chicken prices have gone up, but they're
Mhm.
still cheaper than the Jones Farm Market. I couldn't believe it. But anyway, I go to Meijer. I'm looking at the family packs of chicken, and one of them said $1.34. And I thought, hot dog, you know, like I thought it was going to be the mission. I thought they were going to say, oh, the one is cut off, you know,
Yeah.
but you know, I was going to at least try to get my $5. That thing rang up for $1.34. I got a family package of chicken for $1.34, and I thought I had won the lotto.
Right.
I know a guy once. I know we're wrapping up here. I know a guy once that moved to Illinois, and he used to save all his pop bottles,
Tried to turn.
and he'd drive home to Michigan, and you get like $50 worth of fucking money back for returning the pop bottles before he found out that was a felony.
Saying illegal.
I'm not gonna name who that was,
I'm
but
not gonna-
I know a guy.
David, didn't you live in Chicago for a while?
No, I lived in Rockford, Illinois.
Oh, Illinois. Okay, great. It's a
It wasn't me.
yeah. It's all right, Mikey. It's a but hey, I hope we gave enough tips tonight. I know we got in a lot of tangents. Vanessa, congrats on paying off that awesome debt for 90% off. I really appreciate everybody listening to these. I hope you like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family.
Yeah, if you have questions, please reach out to us. We're always looking for show ideas. We're always looking for guests. I want to say that I really enjoyed Peach Day Peach Party from Blake's and the Iinger Doppelbock. And the Southern Tier Nitro Creme Brulee was actually better than I thought.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
Purple Haze Raspberry Lager from a bit of brewing. Yeah, lackluster. Not really much flavor.
That's sad.
The Mod Earn, but it could be because I had tarts before that,
It could
right?
be.
So this Mod Earn tart, that was a very tart beer. Like
Very tart.
I enjoyed it. The Sour Me Unicorn Farts Glitter Sour Ale. That was great.
Is that one of the beers you just buy because of the fucking name?
That's the only reason I bought it.
Absolutely.
Didn't even read it. I didn't know what I was
My
drinking until I
tried
got
and
here.
true Coke.
There you go. Let's say, Vanessa, thanks again for joining us. Thanks for the tips. We appreciate it.
We will be back either next week or the week after. Nick and I will try to find some time.
Yep.
And if you have ideas for shows, please let us know. Otherwise, we'll see you soon.
You've dialed in to Box and Brews. You might hear something you can use, like tips on your cash or tips on the suds. You're gonna want to use the smarts of these stuff, 'cause they know the brews, and they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks. So listen up, 'cause shit's not funny. And save yourself some beer money. Bucks and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
brews.
and brews.
Bucks and brews.